Om Swaha. Welcome to Class 5. We are now going to talk about the North and South nodes out of the book, The Only Way to Learn Astrology, Volume 1. And the North node looks like an upright pair of headphones. Let me see if I can find it there. Oh, where are we? The North node. The North node, and then the South node looks like an upside down pair of headphones. Of course, those are the headphones that I grew up with. It may not be what your headphones look like at this point. Excuse me, we're doing this on, it's cold. We have a high of 30 degrees here in New England. It's Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day. It's February the 14th of 2024. It says here the nodes are not celestial bodies, so they're not planets. They are points in celestial longitude where the moon crosses over the ecliptic or path of the sun. The moon's north node is listed by position in the ephemeris, and the south node is always the direct opposite, having the same number of degrees and minutes, but the opposite sign. So when you look at your north and south node, I'm just using this as an example. This is the new moon that we just had on February the 9th of 2024. And you can see the north node here, the right side up here of headphones. It's in the sign of Aries, right? And its total opposite sign, the south node, is in Libra. Opposite signs, Aries and Libra. So that's always, you know, regardless of even when the north and south nodes is in transit, etc. So take a look at where your north and south node are in your chart, what houses they're in. And one of the things that, you know, a lot of astrologers don't point out is that we need to look at the ruling planet of the north node and the south node in order to get an idea of when transits, when they're moving, or when a certain progression, secondary progressions come that could trigger that north and south node. And the reason why I'm saying this is that the north node, is where you want to grow in this lifetime. The north node, or Rahu in Vedic, it's called Rahu. The north node is gains. Okay, it's about gaining. As a matter of fact, even in Vedic astrology, a lot of celebrities get their Emmys and Grammys and all that. They get the big awards during usually a Rahu period or a sub-period or a sub-period. Excuse me. Yeah, it's only 30 degrees today, so, you know, it's cold, but we love it. We have a little bit of snow on the trees and stuff, and it's really nice. So the north node is your gains. Your south node is your losses. The north node is where you want to grow in this lifetime. So it can be affiliated a bit with fear, because we don't like to, you know, take chances and grow, generally, human beings on this planet. The south node is a comfortable couch that you sit in because it's what you've done in the past. These are the talents and abilities that you have accomplished in the past. So in this case, the way I would read this chart, if I was reading it for an individual, I would say in past lives, they were involved in relationships that didn't identify with themselves that much. They were really the supporting role in relationships because the south node is in Libra. Excuse me. The south node in Libra would mean that Venus is ruling the south node. So we'd have to look at, you know, where Venus is at, which is, it's in Capricorn. So the person worked hard in past lives trying to please others is the way I would read that. The north node in Aries is, in this lifetime, they want to become more independent, and they want to become more, it would be harder for them to get involved. If they get involved in a relationship where somebody's trying to control them, they're not going to last long in that relationship, because in past lives, the south node, they were always giving to others. They were always taking care of others. They never thought of themselves that much. So Aries even though it gets a bad rap for being selfish, you know, always thinking of self, sometimes that's a good thing to think of yourself because, you know, there are times when you have to put your foot down and protect yourself. There's not much protection in the South Node of Libra. So I would read that as a person who may still have issues in relationships. And the reason is they're supposed to be learning the lessons of moving into the North Node and being that independent person. Not necessarily that they just shun everybody away, but that they're trying to identify with themselves, self-empowerment that really was taken away in past lives. So that's where we read that. Then you have Mars ruling Aries. Okay, so you'd have to go, what's the ruler of the North Node? It's Mars. And Mars is in Capricorn also. So this is through work. Capricorn is the builder, the carpenters of the zodiac. So through building their life slowly but surely, they end up appeasing the South Node, where they just want to sit comfortably and just serve others. They don't feel happy. They could do that. They could just please others in this lifetime, and they could just, you know, let the other people have the front row seat and not create any friction. You know how Libra is. They want peace at all costs. But the problem is they won't experience the joy of growth in this lifetime. So that's just one North Node, South Node. Then we have the opposite side. So you got Aries and Libra, but then you have Taurus and Scorpio. And, you know, you'll have the North Node, let's say in Scorpio, the South Node, North Node in Taurus, South Node in Scorpio, North Node in Gemini, South Node in Sagittarius, North Node in Cancer, South Node in Capricorn, and it goes all the way around the wheel so that you're getting the opposite signs. So I hope that's helped you take a look. Again, with every planet, with everything I talk about in every class, there is a book written on North Node and South Node, which could get very, you know, detailed. So you can spend a lot of time just on that. So I hope that helps you. That's the class on North and South Nodes. Namaste. Om Swaha.